This is Hannibal back here from the Hannibal TV.com. And I have to say that the original Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze and Terry Funk from the 80s was one of my favorite movies ever. I've seen it probably at least 30 times. As a Conor McGregor fan, I wanted to see the remake of Roadhouse, which I saw today. It's on Amazon Prime. And Piper, my dog, and I actually watched it together. And I have to say, I really enjoyed it. It's similar to the original, but the story is, while there are similarities, it's quite different. Now, I am going to give spoilers in this, so if you don't want to hear the spoilers from the story, don't watch any further. But I'll start off by saying Conor McGregor I thought he was going to play the Dalton role. Conor McGregor played a guy named Knox in this, one of the bad guys. So I was first shocked that it was Jake Gyllenhaal, who I know the name of, but I'm not. I know he's a famous actor. I've never seen him in anything else that I know of. He played the Dalton role. Dalton in this version of Roadhouse is more um, tracking jokes and stuff, whereas Patrick Swayze in the original Roadhouse, he wasn't like making jokes the whole time. They did it decently, other than the first fight scene. The first fight scene that he has, where he drives them to the hospital after and is like joking around. I didn't like that. That was one of the few things I didn't like about the movie. But I mean, put it this way: I fell asleep through the Von Erichs movie numerous times. I was really excited to see that. This movie, between the Iron Claw and and Roadhouse, starring Conor McGregor, Roadhouse was incomparably better. Way, way, way better. Conor McGregor definitely looks very muscular in this, and there's rumors, these are just rumors, that one of the reasons his UFC return was delayed so much was waiting to get substances out of his system. It could be possible. They showed Conor McGregor's ass a lot in this, by the way. But he looked jacked, his back looked huge. Um, they still had the doctor character as the love interest of the bouncer character in this. And she was also, instead of being the daughter of the main bad guy, which I'm pretty sure she was in the real movie. I can't even remember, but she was the daughter of the cop in this one. Maybe she was in the original. I'll have to watch the original again because it's been a few years. The last time I saw the original was when I was falsely imprisoned, which I got completely cleared of those charges. But surprise, surprise, it was on TV during the time I was in jail. When you can in Canada, you can only watch it when you're in the community room. You can't change the channel. So that was one of the better moments I remember from being stuck in there when I was innocent the entire time. But yeah, I think the original is better overall. Like it's more like realistic as far as the bar fights and stuff. Because in this, it's like there's just bar fights breaking out for no reason. Um, I guess the bad guys are trying to like get the property. Also this one is in Key West, Florida, in the Florida Key, or sorry, the Florida Keys, rather than wherever the first one was. I heard that the first one may have been set in Missouri. I'm not exactly sure where, but it was like this was more of a fancier setting, so there's lots of beautiful scenery in this one. There's fancy cars, there's fast boats, there's large amounts of money involved. There's no Terry Funk, which I loved. There's no guy backing up Dalton really. In the first one he has to call for backup, and then the other guy comes in and ends up getting killed. Dalton ends up getting stabbed twice in this. Conor McGregor doesn't end up dying, but he ends up getting stabbed a bunch of times. At the end of the movie, they see him leaving the hospital with his ass showing in the hospital gown. The main character, bad guy, gets killed. Overall, like as a guy that was a bouncer, of course I'm gonna like bouncer movies. Um, I really had no problems with this movie. I would still say the first one's better, not only because I'm an 80s movie fan, but it's just the first one is kind of like a little bit more realistic as a bouncer, where this one's a bit more over the top. The other thing is the owner of the bar in the original one is a male, where the owner of the bar in this one is a female. And Jake Gyllenhaal in this one, the Dalton character, is a former UFC fighter that apparently killed somebody in UFC. Then he went on to do bare knuckle fighting, which, surprise, surprise, Conor McGregor now owns part of the BKFC. But one thing I thought of in this, Conor McGregor, I mean, they protected him obviously in this. He kind of played a character similar to himself, doing the walk and everything. And all I could think about in this is what a great, like, if you wanted to make wrestling extremely popular again, like more popular than it's ever been, Conor McGregor against The Rock. Conor McGregor is such a great heel. If they eventually like turn, like here would be my booking strategy: have The Rock beat Cody, have The Rock beat Roman, turn him face against Roman, then have Conor McGregor against The Rock. You would blow up if you had Conor McGregor against Rock. He plays such a good heel in this. I mean, I thought Conor McGregor was great in this. Real Deal Prime did not see this one yet. You saw the first one. So yeah, again, I might be a little biased that I really loved the first one, but I've seen part twos that I've hated of various things that I've absolutely despised, like Willy Wonka, all the reboots of Willy Wonka. I loved the first one, and the reboots were friggin' horrible. Um, but yeah, I would recommend this as a wrestling fan or an MMA fan. I would highly recommend this movie, or even as a fan of the first one. There's slight changes. Uh, my parents saw it too. They said there is no story. In their opinion, there is no story to it. They said it was just action after action after action. There's a lot of action in it, um, but I thought it was really good. I have no complaints about this movie. The best new movie I've seen in a long time. So I'll give it a thumbs up, and great job to Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor in this, and everyone in this. The only issue I had was the scene where he drove the people he beat up to the hospital. That was, to use Goldberg's term, a little bit cheesy. Other than that, it was pretty good.